Walter Brueggemann was a very outstanding, famous Old Testament scholar, wrote lots and lots of books, but he also, from his study of the Psalms, wrote these prayers. And I'd like to start today with just a little one of Walter's prayers for Easter. He says, "On our own, we conclude that there's not enough to go around, that we are going to run short of money, of love, of grades, of beer, of members, of years, of life. So we should seize the day, seize the goods, seize our neighbor's goods, because there is not enough to go around. And in the midst of our perceived deficit, you come. You come giving bread in the wilderness. You come giving children at the 11th hour. You come giving home to exiles. You come giving futures to those who have been shut down. You come giving Easter joy to the dead. You come, fleshed in Jesus. And so we watch while the blind receive their sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor dance and sing. We watch, and we take food we did not grow and life we did not entrust, and a future that is gift and gift and gift, and families and neighbors who sustain us when we do not deserve it. It dawns on us, late rather than soon, that you always give food in due season. You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. By your giving, break our cycles of imagined security, override our presumed deficits, quiet our anxieties of lack, transform our perpetual field to see the abundance, mercy upon mercy, blessing upon blessing. Sink your generosity deep into our lives, that your muchness may expose our false lack, that endlessly receiving we may endlessly give, so that the world may be made Easter new, without greedy lack, but only wonder, without coercive need, but only love, without destructive greed, but only praise, without aggression and evasiveness. All things Easter new, all around us, toward us, by us, all things Easter new. Finish your creation, God, in wonder, love, and praise. So on this Easter morning, we gather because God has made all things new. Maybe not in the way we expected, but in the way God chooses to give. Because we might want flashes across the sky. We might want a demanding kind of God who says you clearly must believe. But that's not the way our God comes. Our God comes in the quiet and the gentleness and the mystery, as you hear this morning, of an empty tomb. But that's enough. It's enough for those disciples just to see that and to know that life is never again the same. To know that it has been transformed. so that you and I can, as Brueggemann was suggesting, live totally transformed. Not in the ways of this world, but in the ways of our God. And we all know people who need to hear the good news terribly, whose lives are challenged. And it may be you sitting here today, longing for that good news. For the good news is that you are loved into eternity, loved by this God who is willing to take on our human flesh and change everything. Not to force you into it, but to love you into it. And so if your hearts have been closed, let them break open just a little bit today so that God can get in. Because once God is in, all that Easter joy will be present, transforming you and me truly into something new.